Kamara, the running back, bunch three receivers and then break that. Give it to Kamara. Big hole. He exploits it as he normally does. Good, tough running as he normally does. Mark Ingram is the running back on 2nd and 11. Play action. Bolton hangs in the pocket. Dalton going for it all. Throws caught. Shaheed for the touchdown. How about this guy? Last week makes his debut with a 44-yard sweep. 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the game.
You're going to have a crosser right here. Watch how the safety opens up the middle. He goes with Olave. Heck of a throw by Andy Dalton. Gets back, puts it out in front of Rashid where he can run underneath it, and he pulls away from Marco Wilson in one-on-one coverage. Gets the safety out of the way. Really well-designed play by Keith.
Dalton. Flushed out, eyes downfield, finds his man at the 41-yard line. Benjamin is the back, not for long. Pete Werner right there. Sean Payton is in the house somewhere too. That's Hill all the way to the left. Dalton looking short, throwing, caught. That is Kevin White with a lot of room to roam down the sideline. Did he step out or not? And he takes it all the way inside the 5, and the officials are running down there with him before Hamilton makes a stop.
What a great job by White here on 3rd down against Hamilton, who had the big interception. Look at that separation, just a shallow cross, and then the speed.
2nd and goal, 10.5 to go to halftime. Caught by Hill, and he will barrel his way into the end zone. Dalton to Hill.
Lowers his shoulder, and a good job by Dalton getting it out quickly and accurately to give Hill a chance.
From the 13-yard line. Oh, that doesn't fool anybody. In particular, number 90, the former Kansas City Chief, Tano Passanio.
His guy, he believes in him, able to put that play now behind him and keep moving.
Saints have 2 timeouts. Dalton doesn't run much, but when he does, that is not caught. Each team coming in with a mark of 2 and 4. You've got Hill back there again. Fires over the middle, wide open, making the grab inside the 20. Goes Chris Olave, setting up a 1st and goal.
Downfield as a vertical threat, and the best thing is the ball's out quickly. Helps the offensive line, helps Andy Dalton get back, hitch, ball out.
Saints have been flagged 5 times. 3rd and 14. Murray protected well, but everybody's covered, and he goes down. Big sack back at the 11-yard line. Granderson and Jordan are both there. Obviously before the Super Bowl era. From the 15-yard line, but a lot more success recently than in the past. Passanio, 3rd down 9. In the end zone and coming out of the end zone and trying to do something, anything. Taken down to the 10-yard line. Cam Jordan chased him.
If you have Thomas and Landry and Olave, it takes so much pressure off of him and how much more effective he can be.
Blitz coming, picked up, caught down the sideline, and working his way is Jawan Johnson into the end zone. Exactly what the Saints needed. They needed to do it quickly. That's 17 yards.
Again, they walk everybody up at the line of scrimmage. Pressure is on this offensive line, and Dalton knows it, finds exactly where he wants to go with the ball, and what he did is he got it out quickly.
Dalton turning and making the grab. Jawan Johnson in the end zone. The old back shoulder play to the outside he goes, and Jawan Johnson takes it in for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
A rub route, but that's where the versatility of Jawan Johnson.
Dalton now throws, and it's one-handed. That is Traquan Smith, who had that fabled double doink in London against Minnesota about a month ago. And he's able to put this one through.